It's time for story time. So this story is about a couple. This couple wanted to save their marriage, so they came to me, and they wanted to do couples therapy, which I suggested for them to be separate. And they're like, no, no, I want him to be with me, and I want him, he knows everything. I'm like, no, he doesn't. Does he know that you had a miscarriage between this kid and this? And she's like, oh, okay, you gotta go. Send them to the other room. And so I was like, you guys need separate sessions. So here, so I gave her her session, and I told her, well, mind you, I worked with her for a couple of months. It wasn't like I gave her this homework and all this great stuff happened. No, I worked with her through all the hurt and the pain that she had gone through when she was a kid, and and I told her, okay, here's your homework. I said, you have a week to do it, and you need to go to your hometown where you're from, and you're gonna confront your dad. And she just looked at me like, what? I go, yep, all the stuff that we already worked in your session, which which so she was raped by her father. This is hardcore stuff. So when she was a kid, she was raped by her father, and so were all her sisters. And so she had a lot of hurt and a lot of like anger and all this stuff that she was going through. So when I first started helping her, I started helping her through all that hurt and anger and all that stuff. So I did a lot of processes with her to have her release all this crap that she had inside of her, right? And so I sent her to do homework straight with her dad. And I said, you're gonna go visit your dad. And your dad is, mind you, I'm at the border, so there's people talking and stuff. But anyway, it's gonna stay on the video. So I told her, go. You're gonna go see your dad. Your dad is bedridden, right? She's like, yeah. How do you know this? I'm like, that's what I do. I go, what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab you're gonna have your sisters help you, and one of your sisters gonna grab him because he's bedridden, so he's gonna help you hold him up, and you're gonna go behind him and you're gonna rock him like if he was a baby. And she goes, but he's not conscious. And I go, don't worry about it, doesn't matter. So you're gonna get behind him, you're gonna like carry him, and you're gonna rock him as if he was a baby. And what you're gonna tell him is, you're gonna tell him, I forgive you, Dad. I forgive you for abusing me, for messing up my life, and whatever other thing you want to tell him. And and then something magical is gonna happen. And I don't want to tell you what's going to happen, but you're going to live it. But I'm going to tell you what happened. So she was rocking him, and she he wasn't conscious. So all that happened was he was just tearing, and so she says that he took a couple of breaths, and then poof, passed away in her arms. So for her, it was a moment of like a magical moment. She asked for she forgave him for her sexual abuse and also her sister's sexual abuse, which basically the guy was just waiting for something because he wouldn't die. He was bedridden for a while and he was unconscious for a while. And so as soon as he felt the forgiveness, he passed. And so she said it was the most beautiful thing she had lived. It was just such a beautiful moment for her to be able to release all the crap that she had with him. And so that was her homework. And so when I had the session with her husband, I said, "Do you want to save your marriage?" He's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go talk to your ex-wife, and you need to ask for forgiveness." And he goes, "Forgiveness?" I go, "Yeah, because you were a total asshole to her. She was 100% in the relationship, and you cheated on her like left and right. And the reason why you broke up with her was because she cheated on you." He's like, "Yeah, that's exactly why I broke up." And I go, "Yeah, but you cheated on her a whole bunch of times. And the first time she cheats on you, you let go of her? Like, what is that? It's macho shit. That's bullshit." And he goes, but it's, she cheated on me. And I'm like, no, you need to go ask for forgiveness because you treated her like shit. Like she was a good woman to you, and you treated her like shit. So if you want to save this marriage, you need to have her forgiveness. So I gave him a specific homework. I said, you're gonna write heart, like heart on a towel on a like a towel paper. I can't remember the name. But anyway, on a piece of paper, on like a paper towel, piece of paper, right? And so I said, you're gonna write heart on it, and you're gonna scrumple it up, and you're gonna go talk to her with your heart in your hand. That's the point of having this crumple up paper that says heart, and you're gonna go talk to her, and you're gonna uh ask for forgiveness, like that, like the way I'm telling you. You're gonna ask for forgiveness, and when and you need to, she needs to, actually tell you, okay, I forgive you, for you could so you can so you can save your marriage. And so he's like, that's gonna be hard. And I go, I know. So he went, talked to her the first time. He knocked on the door, and the the lady came out, and he's like, fuck you, I don't care about your forgiveness shit. Go home, go to hell, right? And just sends him off in his way. So he calls me up and he says, she didn't even give me the time of day. And I said, that's because you were fearful, because you were an ego, because you were like being a macho still. No, you need to simmer your shit down and go talk to her, but in humility. Like, you need to be humble about it. And so he went back the second time, nothing. This lady's like, Third time, nothing. So the fourth time, I said, you need to humble yourself. Like, you need to really humble yourself. And how do you do this? Simple. Remember all the shit you made, you put her through. So he's like, okay, that sucks. It does suck. And I go, I know it sucks. So humble yourself. So on the fourth time he went, he he asked her for forgiveness, and she said yes. And I said, you know that you did a good job when she actually hugs you. And she did. She hugged them. Said, I forgive you. I'm done. I'd rather be free of all this crap, right? And so they came back, and I gave them more sessions, to continue their growth. And they're super happy, super married, and super, I mean, they have a great relationship after all the homework that they did. So I do couples therapy separated at the beginning, and then I join them later. So that's story time for today.